Imagine buying your dream home only to find out 6 months later that your child's school changed. Rezoning isn't a theory, it's already happening in Loudoun. And here's what it actually looks like when it hits real families. 850,000 home, great layout, walkable to school, everything felt right until it didn't. 6 months later, the zone changed. Their daughter had to take a 25-minute ride across town, and the real pain? Telling your 9-year-old daughter that she can't ride the bus with her best friend anymore because the map changed. It wasn't just about the school, it wrecked their whole routine. New commute, scrambling for childcare, different pickup, stress they never planned for. Rezoning doesn't just hit your value, it hits your peace. Have you ever worried about school zones? Drop a comment, I'd love to hear what helped shape your decision. Even if you're not buying this for schools, it still matters because strong school zones bring resale value, demand, and long-term appreciation. So yeah, it affects you too. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot rezoning risk before it's a problem and find that one report most agents don't read and how to protect both your investment and your sanity. Here's what's happening right now. Loudoun County is working on a new rezoning plan for fall 2026. The next major update is expected in late 2025, and once it drops, things can move fast. Usually 6 to 8 months from draft to implementation. Schools like Freedom, Lightridge, John Champ, Willard, and Stonehill are already under review. Let that sink in. Here's what most buyers miss. Last time this happened, thousands of students were reassigned. Just in Leesburg alone, 7 entire neighborhoods got new schools assigned overnight. In the last round, neighborhoods like Oak Lawn, East Stratford, and Colts Run were hit hard. Families in these Leesburg communities who thought their kids were set for Loudoun County High School suddenly found themselves restricted to Heritage and Tuscarora. And get this, some with completely different routes. Your kid could be one vote away from a completely different school, a longer commute, and a new routine. But here's the thing most agents won't tell you. The warning signs are already out there. You're just not seeing them. If this is helpful so far, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. It helps more families just like you find this before it's too late. Here's one clue nobody talks about. Every December, Loudoun County releases the enrollment projection report. Most people skip it. I don't. I track these reports and they quietly predict major shifts. If a school is over 110% capacity, that's a red flag. Last year, Willard and Lunsford were over. A few months later, rezoned. And yes, I've seen the impact on home values too. According to the MLS data, a home sold for $45,000, less than a nearly identical one just a few months earlier after the zone changed. Same builder, same layout, different school. Let that sink in. It's not just the number, it's the cost of missing one sentence in a PDF. Page 17 of the enrollment report, current as of June 2025. Last year, it mentioned enrollment pressure in Leesburg communities. 6 months later, Oak Lawn and East Stratford families got the news. If your neighborhood shows up there, that's your heads up. I've helped one family back out of a deal. They were one street away from rezoning line. I showed them the report, they switched to a different home and kept their kids where they wanted. They were so relieved, and honestly, I was too. The first home sold later for $50,000 less. This isn't a scare tactic, this is the truth, and it's happening here in Ashburn. Want a visual? 2 homes in Ashburn Farm. Same builder, same layout, same finishes. One had a zone change, the other didn't. Price difference? $42,000, verified through MLS records. Let's break this down. If you want to stay ahead, here's what to look for. Ashburn Farm already went through a rezoning, so a lower risk. Broadlands consistent enrollment, no current red flags. Belmont Station, clean zone lining. Newer homes, fewer surprises. And if you're looking at anything near the Ashburn-Leesburg border, places like Lansdowne or One Loudoun, pay extra attention. Border gets hit first when district rebalance. They're not untouchable, but if I had to bet where you're least likely to get blindsided by a school board, it's there. And if you're a seller thinking about listing your home, it matters too. Knowing your school zone risk can help you price and market more strategically before a rezoning notice impacts a buyer's demand. Here's the biggest mistake that I see buyers still making. They wait until they're under contract to ask about school zoning. Too late. Here's how to get ahead. Sign up for the LCPS zoning alerts, check schools, board meetings, calendars, read the public notes, ask if the zone has changed before, and if your agent says, should be fine, that's not good enough. Call me instead, because I've seen what happens when families get caught off guard. And I've also seen how easy it is to protect your future if you ask early. Here's a quick recap. Loudoun rezoning moves fast. 6 to 8 months. 110% or more capacity is your red flag. Page 17 of the enrollment report hides the early signs. Ashburn Farm, Broadlands, and Belmont Stations are safer bets. And yes, school zone changes can affect your home's value and your life. If you're buying in Ashburn and even thinking about schools, don't gamble with your kids' routine, your resale value, or your peace of mind. Text me at 571-437-1880 or scan the QR code on the screen. I'll check your addresses against the latest rezoning data. No pressure, no sales pitch, just real help so you don't end up blindsided. Let's make sure that your next move is the smartest one. This is Latif Khan, and I keep it real in real estate. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Till next time. Peace.